Oh my god.
I wonder what it is this time.
What? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the time you were freaking out about the Andromeda strain.
That was a serious possibility.
Aliens?
Yeah, it's 2020.
You're not wrong.
No, okay, it's not the Andromeda strain this time. It's...
Let me guess. The Four Horsemen?
No, gosh, don't be so grim. No, it's gonna be the Vogons. I know this for sure. It's right here in the guide.
The what?
Don't panic. And grab a towel.
A towel?
Yeah, I mean, Arthur thought it was kind of weird at first as well, but...
Who is Arthur?
Okay, look, that is not important right now. Okay, just grab a towel. We need to hitch a ride on the spaceship ASAP. Alright, have you bumped into any friendly aliens recently?
And we're back to aliens. You need to stop reading these doomsday stories.
Hey, I call it research, alright?
Sure, but do you think the Vulcans...
No, Vogons. Like, I'm not a Star Trek girl, but speaking of Vulcans...
Do you think the Vogons will wait until after filming this episode?
Unlikely.
Great.
But I have my towel and I'm gonna be okay.
Well, as you can see, we're all coping a bit differently with the current situation.
No matter how weird, we're here to tell you that it's okay. We've gathered some of the wonderful things happening around the world and right here at Seneca to bring a little positivity to your screens. I'm Afshan.
And I'm Devin. And this is the Silver Linings Broadcast. So this week, what are you doing? That really does not seem safe. I don't think you should. What are you doing?
It's my new invention for social distancing.
Why don't you just wear a mask?
Okay, well, that's not as innovative anymore, and I'm inspired
By what?
by all the COVID-19 inventions. This week, Max Milia, a 15-year-old from the UK, has invented something called the Vibe Pro, which is basically a watch that warns you when you are about to subconsciously touch your face.
Using algorithms and other technology, the watch recognizes any gestures typically associated with touching your face, and it vibrates when it suspects the wearer is about to do so.
Max developed this idea after his own parents contracted COVID-19. He realized the severity of the virus and decided that he wanted to do something to help. He's launched a crowdfunding campaign to grow his invention and has so far raised $15,000, which is pretty impressive.
All profits from the sales of the Vibe Pros will go towards ensuring that anyone who is vulnerable to the virus, such as seniors or healthcare workers, are outfitted with a watch. Then there's the COVID umbrellas. No doubt the inspiration for Afshan's plastic bag.
These things are gonna sell, okay? I just know it.
Sure, Jan.
But the real story is this incredible contraption that was developed by an Italian man and then later picked up by Indian industrialist Harsh Goenka. And it's basically an umbrella that lets you drop a thick plastic barricade all around you when you suspect that someone around you is not social distancing.
Now, the inventor still remains unnamed, but Twitter is going wild about this, and there's a lot of people who really want one.
Or you can just buy the COVID shoot. Like a parachute.
Unlike some of us, Seneca students have been seriously leveling up these days. While the college has gone virtual, the School of Biological Sciences and Applied Chemistry has been hard at work in the labs. They've recently partnered with Kanata Health, a Kitchener-based medical technology company, and they're working to produce 3 key proteins associated with COVID-19 to be used in an immunodiagnostic device.
The device can be used at on-the-spot COVID-19 testing centers. The rapid turnaround time allows medical professionals to gather important data, it reduces wait time for results, and lowers the overall cost associated with testing.
The team was recently awarded $46,000 for the joint initiative by the Natural Sciences and Engineering Research Council of Canada as part of their Applied Research Rapid Response to COVID-19 program.
It's important to note that most pharmaceutical companies would spend about 2 to 3 years developing one product like this, whereas Seneca's team has given itself 2 to 3 months to develop 3 products like this. We are so Seneca proud of everyone involved in this project and wish them all the best.
Okay, Afshan, let's play a game.
Sure, I guess. I mean, should I be worried?
No, it's just that we haven't seen each other in a while, so, maybe we should see if we still know each other well enough.
Oh, okay, yeah, that sounds like fun.
Right? Okay, so all you have to do is close your eyes and answer a series of questions. Usually you would answer by pointing, but since we're about 100 kilometers apart, we'll just say the answer out loud. So answer with Afshan or Devin.
Okay, sounds good.
Who does a better job on SLB?
Bosco.
No, you're supposed to answer with one of our names.
Oh, right. Okay.
Who forgets about important meetings?
Is this a setup?
Afshan.
I don't like this.
Who shows up to meetings in pajamas?
Afshan.
Okay, that has never happened. It has happened once.
Who takes longer to reply to messages?
Afshan?
Okay, I thought we talked about this.
Who spends more time cooking up doomsday theories?
Afshan. Yep.
Okay, now I just feel attacked.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the point of the game. This week's TikTok trend has people getting really candid on screen. A set of pre-recorded questions plays over a speaker, and a group of friends or family sits together, closes their eyes, and they point to whoever answers the question best. After a few seconds, everyone opens their eyes to see how everybody answered.
The questions are usually personal in nature and are meant to call each other out. For example, you could ask, whose room is cleaner, or who takes longer to get dressed?
Who dresses better?
Who is the better cook?
Who is the funny one? Who's the better cook?
That's easy.
Who takes longer to get ready in the morning?
You definitely chose me.
Who is grumpier in the morning?
Most times these are lighthearted attempts to get a laugh at each other's expense, but sometimes they can get really aggressive.
That's not true. Well, except there is one version of this trend where you dunk the person's head in a bowl of water instead of pointing.
Who's the most annoying?
That's aggressive. Let's just stick to the pointing.
Or dancing? I like dancing better. Can we just stick to that?
I don't know. I think I learned a lot about us.
Alright, since we are all about sharing, how about you tell us what you've been up to this week?
Well, this week I've been binging a podcast that is a few years old, but since there's still no sports around, it's kind of filling that gap. It's called Pistol Shrimps Radio, and it's where two improv comedians do the color commentary for a women's recreational basketball league in LA. The two hosts, Matt Gorley and Mark McConville, don't really know anything about basketball, but that's what makes it so entertaining. There was also a documentary made about this team, which I haven't watched yet, but I would highly recommend checking out the podcast for a good laugh. Even if you're not into basketball, it's hilarious.
It's 5 minutes to game time here at Pan Pacific Park in Hollywood, California. Is that where we are?
That's right, Matt. This is Mark McConville for Pistol Shrimps Radio. I'm a huge sports fan, but have never played organized basketball. My terminology knowledge is limited, but I'm excited to be here.
Don't worry, I've got your back. I don't know if I've ever seen a basketball game.
Matt, the energy here is palpable.
Okay, so anyone who has spoken to me this week knows that I am so excited to have finally been able to see Hamilton. I have been wanting to watch it ever since it came out in 2015 and finally had the opportunity to do it. Even if it wasn't live, I'm okay with it. Now, the play itself is about one of America's founding fathers, Alexander Hamilton, and how he isn't always as recognized as the others, even though he came from nothing and rose to the top by sheer will and determination. Now, of course, ever since it was released on Saturday to the public, there has been a lot of appreciation, but also a lot of criticism for how it glorifies the American Revolution. I think that a lot of the points are valid, but I personally enjoyed the performances. I think the songs are so good. I sing along to every one of them, and whether or not you like it, I think you should definitely give it a shot.
1781. Monsieur Hamilton!
Monsieur Lafayette!
In command where you belong!
Are you saying no sweat? We're finally on the field. We've had quite a run.
Immigrants,
we get the job done. So what happens if we win?
I go back to France. I bring freedom to my people if I'm given the chance.
We'll be with you when you do.
Go lead your men.
I'll see you on the other side.
Till we meet again. Let's go!
I am not going away, my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm not scrappy and hungry, and I'm not going away, my shot.
You would get that reference if you watched it, of course, which you might not have, and it's really weird, but I'll just stop and say that you guys should definitely watch it.
Speaking of Hamilton, Remember that time Some Good News brought the entire cast of Hamilton together?
Things I haven't done, but just you wait. What's your name, man? Alexander Hamilton.
Good times. And yet again, we'd like to give a shout out to John Krasinski and the Some Good News show for inspiring us to spread the good vibes. If imitation is the highest form of flattery, we have definitely flattered the heck out of SGN again and again. But thanks anyways for the inspiration.
And once again, thank you to everyone who is doing their part and flattening the curve. It's the best we can do right now. So stay safe, maintain social distancing, and of course, always look for the silver linings. Thank you for watching. I'm not throwing away my shot. I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my